I'm a Midwest girly pop now. Today, I am in Nebraska, Gothenburg, Nebraska. Population of 3,000. Graduated in my school. It was like 2,400 people went to my high school. 3,000 people live here. Today is June 18th, 2026. I think it's Thursday. But honestly, I look around. There's no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday written anywhere. In time, yes, we have the sun that, as the Mayans used to calculate cycles of a day, but really time, it's just a construct, it's just an idea. Nowhere, anywhere I look around does anything say June, does anything in nature say June, say Monday, say 3 p.m. Although it was 111 when I started this video. Today's topic is construct of ideas. Everything is innately nature. Nature is what it is. Deer pooping over here, having 5 partners in a week, in a day. That's just nature. We don't look at a deer or a ladybug or a snake and judge it. We don't judge the wind. We don't judge the direction the tree grows, the way it twists. Hi, Owen. That's Aowen. I'm Venus. This is Cody. We don't judge the way one lizard looks at another lizard. So why do we judge people? Why do we judge ourselves? We don't judge the grass, the wind, the trees, the animals. We judge people. But we're all nature. Isn't that funny? We judge ourselves and we judge people because of the beliefs and the ideologies and the religions that we tie our ego to for a sense of structure. Aowen, don't go where I can't see you, please. You can go hang out inside or you can hang out over here. Responsibilities. BRB. We grow up given these beliefs by society, by our parents, by TV, by our friends, books, the whole world around us. Growing up as a child, our brains are very plastic, very neuroplastic, very sponges, very I see, monkey do. So there's a public swimming pool here. And my grandparents sat me down to have a conversation. They told me I can't wear my swimsuits that I wear at the public swimming pool. And I said, why? And they said, because your whole butt's hanging out. And it's not like it's a piece of floss, like it's single floss and a little floss, which I would understand that as indecent exposure. But they said my swimsuits were indecent exposure. And I was confused. Why? They said I can't wear that swimsuit or any of my swimsuits, and I need to wear kind of like a shirt style with some shorts, highlighted on the shorts aspect. And I'm like, but I'm just a human. It's just a butt. And they said, well, the people there are very conservative. The people here are very conservative. In Gothenburg, Nebraska, it is nothing like LA, California. And you know me, I'm a city girl, but like right now, I'm now a Midwest girl. I've never been to the Midwest. It's very chill. There's no fences in the yards. It's all just open land. I like it. I love it here, actually. All the trees. She said it's a much slower life, and I agree. I love it. And I mean, that kind of correlates back to time, how the pressure to just do more in less time is unnecessary. And how, like, this is just a space we exist in, and how we choose, how fast we choose to act, how slow we choose to act. There's nothing bad or good about that. It is what it is. And so I brought that up about my swimsuit and my body. I said, it is what it is. I'm not straight up flashing people, seriously. So it's the problem. They said, well, they're gonna ask you to leave or cover up because it's indecent exposure. And I was like, oh, the shame of having a human body and being a woman in this world, the shame. And they said, it's not shame, it's just disrespectful. Disrespectful to have a fat ass? Disrespectful to be a human? Disrespectful to exist as I am. I feel like that disrespect, seeing a body and feeling disrespected, I feel like the people who would feel disrespect for me existing comfortably, humanely in my body are the ones that have shame in their body, rooted in their core, in their root chakra, if you will. The root chakra holds shame and fear and the most judgment about existing in the most natural essence. And when we grow up in fight or flight mode, we live, even though we're out of those situations, we continue to live in that fight or flight mode unless we choose to take care of it with whatever therapy, dance, inner work like journaling, meditation, and yoga, and open-minded conversations like this. Come here. Come here, Cody. I also want to highlight how it's important to not force things in this life and to live out of pure flow. If Cody resisted and didn't want to come over here, the best thing I can do is accept that. And that goes for any human, any opportunity, or anything. If I'm trying to change the song and my phone is glitching because I'm not meant to skip the song and I meant to hear the lyrics of the word and relate them to my own inner experience to grow and have epiphanies. And I'm not, that song, my phone is glitching out and won't let me skip. I have to surrender. I can't force something to happen that isn't meant to happen. And surrender to pure flow. So when I went to this place called the Wi Spa in LA, it's like a Korean spa, 6 stories, super awesome. The lowest level is the women's spa, then the men's spa, then the lobby, then the food court. No, then the acupuncture and the massages and all the treatments, and then there's the food and all other 5 or 6 saunas, spa rooms that you can just go and sit in with your clothes on. So when I went there for the first time, I think it was for my birthday or last summer, I recognized that I had conditionings in my mind around fear and shame within my own natural human body. You know, deer don't wear clothes. And so I thought it was pretty nice that once I got there, I didn't have to wear clothes. They give you a Wi Spa shirt, shorts, and slippers. And then I went down to the lounge, the women's lounge, and there's human bodies, and I was like, don't look. But I'm like, oh God, another one. Oh my God, another one. Oh my God, another human body. How dare I? But I'm like, all these women are just around me. I'm not being like, hello, human body. Of course, I approached the space with respect. And then it was time to put on my clothes and time to put on the Wi Spa clothes and put my clothes away. And when I did that, I was like, oh my God, I have to be naked. Oh my God, I have to take off my clothes. There's not like a bathroom stall to change in. I just have to like exist. Cody? Cody? Uno momento, por favor. Cody? And so my friend Lena and I started changing, and she had the comments just like I did. She's like, I'm so sorry if I accidentally flashed you. And then I was like, you know what? It's okay. You can exist just as you are, no shame. And I can exist just as I am. And then we had some treatments, and so first thing we had to do once we entered the place is we go take a shower. And the showers are not anything I expected. There's like one wall of the shower heads and another wall of the shower heads facing each other in the drains. And I was like, oh my God, there is no privacy here. 100% vulnerability. And I was like, Okay. Wow. Okay. Got it. Got it. And then there would be times like she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I accidentally just licked, and I was like, you know what, girl? It is what it is. And she's like, you're right. And then we soaked in this tub with other naked women for 30 minutes was the minimum. And it felt nice to be under the water. And then over the 30 minutes of our soak pre-treatment, we had a really in-depth conversation. And I was like, you know what? This is a really unique space. I have never experienced so much like vulnerability and acceptance at the same time in my natural essence of a human woman body. This is really breaking down a lot of walls for me that I previously had about shame and hiding myself. And I will admit the shame I had about hiding myself was definitely enforced by society, but really from a trauma I experienced when I was younger that made me just feel gross and ashamed of my human body and felt like I was afraid to be a girl and I was afraid to exist. And so anytime, from there I just really stayed hidden, not only like away from relationships. I never have had a boyfriend, and that is something I'm very okay with, but I also would hide myself in the aspect of conversation. I never wanted to draw too much attention because last time I had an attention, I guess the first interaction of like a male attention was negative. And so that made me afraid of having attention on myself because when I thought of attention, I thought of fear. And when I felt the fear, I didn't feel safe. And so all growing up, I didn't feel safe in my body, just like being seen in my body or having attention on me or even speaking up for myself because that was something that was absolutely suppressed as well. You know, speaking up for myself means the focus is on me, and that was just something that was a no for me. But then being there, yes, over time and raving and wearing these beautiful outfits, so colorful, dancing, speaking however I want to, and people understanding me and supporting me was very nourishing. And so going to the spa was taking another layer of that onion of constructs of idea off of me. And I had this conversation with Lena about how I was like, we were both like, it's so bizarre, the shame around existing as a human woman in this world, in this society, for years and generations in different countries and continents and religions. All through it all, the women are ashamed of existing. More or less, and some like the Native Americans and all, but there's still shame around women existing in America and even more in the Middle East about like the full entire covers. I don't know the correct word, but there's still a lot of shame around existing as a woman. And we just were blown away by how bizarre that was to then be sitting in this spa just surrounded by natural, beautiful, existing naked women. Not in a like lusting way, but in a like, wow, we are all beautiful exactly as we are. Different shapes, different sizes, different colors. We're all beautiful. And society has confined an idea, a little box that is pushed like an agenda through media and through many other things. But if you don't fit in this box, if you dare step outside the box of what femininity is, of what it means to be a nice lady, per se, to be outside that box is to be judged. Fuck the box. We are all what we are. It is what it is. I am what I am. I do. Hi. I do what I do. I'm gonna end right there. I love you. Goodbye.